Lots of developments in Israel this morning surrounding this unprecedented attack. For more, let's go to ABC News audio reporter Jordana Miller on the ground there in Jerusalem. Joining us on the phone, Jordana, thanks for speaking with us. So, of course, we're hearing those reports of the militants infiltrating multiple cities in Israel and gunfire ringing out. What are you seeing and hearing there?
That's right. The infiltration of Palestinian militants who essentially stormed the Gaza border, destroying part of the fences, attacking IDF positions, and then going into some of those border communities. This is essentially the most challenging and dangerous operation that's going on right now. We are hearing from eyewitnesses who are barricaded in their homes that there are militants in some of these 7 communities that are literally ruling the streets. They essentially have the towns under hostage. They are firing on civilians. They're coming into homes. There's at least one negotiation going on between a Palestinian militant who's taken an Israeli family hostage. So Israel has sent special forces down to the south to try to essentially kill these militants. There are estimated to be 50 or 60 of them, and it has to be said that some of them may have even been able to travel further north and come into some of Israel's bigger cities like Ashkelon and Ashdod. So the full picture is still not clear, but it is a terrifying one for those Israelis in those communities.
And Jordana, you touched on this, but Hamas claiming that they've taken prisoners. You mentioned the hostages. We've seen some videos of this. What more can you tell us about what's happening there on the ground when it comes to potential prisoners and hostages?
Well, we had a briefing this morning with the head of the Israeli army, the spokesman, Richard Hecht, and of course he was asked several times about these kidnappings and hostages, and he literally was just avoiding the question. The Israeli army is not telling us anything, but some of the videos look quite convincing. And of course, Hamas has taken hostages in the past, and it is one of the main strategies or goals of this operation. We understand from the Hamas political leaders, and you know, it's unclear how long this operation is going to go on. We haven't had so many sirens in the last hour, but I was here in Jerusalem, and I can tell you I've been reporting here for 15 years. In a matter of 2 hours, we had 6 or 7 sirens on Jerusalem, which is exceedingly rare.
And Jordana, you noted the number of years that you've been covering this region. Just talk about the element of surprise. How much of a shock was this attack today?
It was an absolute shock. There's no other way to describe it. This is an absolute failure by the Israeli intelligence. And when the head of the Israeli army, the spokesperson, was asked about this in the briefing, he didn't want to answer it. After several times, even he had to admit there will be a quote-unquote investigation. So something was missed. As Lama said, this is probably an operation that was planned for several months, and probably Israeli analysts estimate it was probably funded by Iran, which is, of course, one of the main backers of Hamas and the Palestinian militant groups that operate out of the Gaza Strip.
Now, so many questions about how this originated. Jordana Miller for us this morning. Thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.